Welcome to episode 9 of the Principium Pod. I'm Sean Wilke, Director of Digital Services at Principium. Today, we'll be talking to Principium's Commercial Director, Catherine Rooy. Catherine, welcome.
Hi, Sean. Thanks for having me on today.
So we just returned from the annual International Trademark Association conference in Seattle, and it was great seeing everyone, and I thought it was really productive. How was your INTA, and what's the big news that you can share with everyone?
Well, INTA was wonderful. It's always good to get together with the community, and Seattle was a great location. People had said that we were going to have a lot of rain, but we didn't see any. Principium had a very exciting conference. We actually launched a new product, and in order to sort of celebrate and mark the event, we invited a lot of our international practitioner network to a special event. That was kind of a wine and cheese event, and we gave them an awful lot of information about our new product, kind of a relaxed and social atmosphere. So it was very exciting, and as you can imagine, having worked on a new product for such a long time, it's very exciting to be able to finally talk about some of the details. You might be wondering what the new product is, so I'll go into some detail about that. Our product is called Lightship. It is a licensed repository for published trademark information. It holds information dating back for 10 years for most countries around the world, and it's constantly being updated with new data. Our records include English translation for goods and services, so it's quite enriched and valuable. Just to give you a sense of scale, Sean and our listeners, this database has 39 million records, and it's growing all the time. By the end of this year, that will have nearly 50 million records, and Lightship gives tools to be able to get into and interrogate that data for business purposes.
So is this a new watching product, or is this something completely different?
Great question. It has some overlaps to a watching product, but international trademark watching obviously gives results for the whole world, whereas Lightship, even though it's looking at a similar data set, enables automated queries with the local firm's preference for results. So watching benefits from our own system and expertise setting parameters across all the countries and using our expertise from all language. And at Lightship relies on the person in the individual local area having controls, if you like. So international watching from Principium benefits from experience, while Lightship from Principium puts local practitioners in control of the data and the jurisdiction where they are the expert.
And why was Lightship developed, and who did we have in mind when developing the platform?
So we wanted to use the data that we have access to support our international network of trademark practitioners. We naturally understood some of their challenges and are familiar with a lot of their activities, so we felt that we could help them. For that group, typical challenges could include things like developing and maintaining connections with their clients by providing them with meaningful support. Off the back of that, maintaining and increasing the level of instructions that they're getting from that group, always trying to maintain a quality service and finding new ways to sort of differentiate themselves, but also to promote their reputation, and like all businesses, trying to run as efficiently as possible.
And what can we expect from the Lightship platform?
So using the Lightship solution, you can do some very practical activities to help support your objectives. So, for example, you can send good quality opposition offers out to your clients without any increased administrative effort using some automation. So if you're a part of the international agent network, you can add value to your client relationships by providing ongoing review of trademarks that you have previously attended to. So you may have filed a trademark, and then locally you can provide ongoing coverage for that by looking out to see if anything similar is being published and flagging that to your client right away. And that's a value add for them. It's a value add for the practitioner as well. There's also room for analytics with the Lightship tool. By that we mean access to big picture data. It's one of the earliest tools that is able to provide that for trademarks. So where that might have a practical application is where clients might be struggling with the need to differentiate and undertaking an international filing program, which can be complicated, costly, and they really need to get it right. So clients that are struggling to differentiate themselves from their competitors might be interested in some more big picture trend type data, which Lightship can actually help provide. So for example, a practitioner using Lightship could provide a report and analysis that says this is how many trademarks starting with this letter combination have been published within this class or sector, so that clients can make an informed decision about what they do. That's just one example. The other thing that Lightship enables practitioners to do is to do more bespoke tracking. So a client may be interested to see everything that's published within a particular class. They might want a bespoke report on that. They might want to follow certain other competitors and find out what they're filing. The data that's in Lightship has the benefit of having English translations for all the goods and services. And one of the main advantages is, as well as increasing the business development reach, it will also be able to reduce the administrative and manual processes that firms are already undertaking.
So what's behind the name Lightship?
We settled on the name Lightship because we felt that light brings things into view, as we know, allows us to address, assess and react to what we see. And ships provide passage connecting oceans and continents. So together, the Lightship provides safe passage. And we felt it sent the right messages about what our tool was hoping to do. So it's all about light, guidance, connections, and we feel that represents that.
How is Lightship accessed and how user-friendly is it?
It's really simple to use. Many of the activities that people would want to run can be done automatically and run continuous queries in the background, as it were, and delivering reports directly to the requester. So getting started is easy. The kind of data that would be required to set up some queries to get started is readily available and familiar to all trademark professionals. If there's a lot to enter to get started, we could also help as well. Some input can be done by way of bulk upload, and when it comes time to review results and maybe run an ad hoc query, the results display in a dynamic list with kind of hover over features where the image pops up, so you can, without having to click into something, you can see it's kind of a summary. Lightship, there's variation in the format of delivery, PDF, emails, files, and it can come with the format of the original clipping, all of the translations, and it's fully white labelable. So if people want to use the Lightship generated documentation to communicate with their clients, it will appear with their own logo. And it has an analytics dashboard that we talked about as well, so that should give some big picture summary as well.
Great. So what's next for Lightship in the coming months?
We have a really busy time ahead. There's going to be a lot of follow-up meetings and conversations with our own network. People should look out for us scheduling things like webinars and issuing more and more information about Lightship. They can obviously find more information about it on our website. They can contact us, and we have a Lightship email address as well. That's lightship@principiumstrategies.com.
Great. Well, I'm really looking forward to seeing Lightship's potential in the coming year. Thanks so much for your time, Catherine.
Thanks for having me on.
That'll do it for this podcast. Thanks for joining us, and please visit principiumstrategies.com for more information about our IP protection services. Take care.